Hi, thanks for clicking on my video. My videos are about, just everyday life dealing with, um, traumas, difficult situations, and mainly this video I want to be about, you know, sobriety, getting clean and sober. I thought about how I wanted to approach this video, and I realized that I need to be careful on what I say to people, if they want to stop drinking. First of all, it depends on the severity of your alcohol problem. There's different levels of, you know, people that are drinking. If you drink excessively every single day, abruptly stopping is dangerous. You can go into alcohol-induced seizures. The withdrawals can be very painful, heart palpitations, tremors, delirium, um, confusion, um, irritability, rage, you can't sleep, loss of appetite, vomiting, the whole nine. And it can be very dangerous. It can also be so bad that you can fall into deep depression and, you know, drastically do something to yourself or others. So, me, maybe try to seek a physician or go to a detox center, you know, or, just try to find out more information before you do abruptly quit because it can be dangerous. In my situation, when I first quit, when I first got my DUI back in 1998, um, I lied to the intake uh, counselor at Lakeside Milam. I lied to her, and I told her, it's not that bad. I'm okay. And I talked her into outpatient because I wanted to be able to still continue to go to work and, do my meetings. At the time, I worked 12-hour shifts, 7 days out of 2 weeks. So I arranged for my meeting with the counselor to be on a Wednesday because I knew I would have um, that weekend off, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, because that was my short week. And I just I didn't drink. And during the time I had to meet with my lawyer because I was in the middle of fighting a DUI and I was trying to get a reckless driving. And I wasn't really stopped drinking. I was still, drinking. And my lawyer even told me that, if you get another DUI while I'm representing you, I'll drop you like a hot potato. So I decided to just go home that day and rough it, and I didn't drink. And like the first, I'm going to say 6 hours, I seemed to be fine, but as the time went on up into like 72 hours, I had a lot of the symptoms of withdrawal from alcohol. And one of them was hallucinations and sweating and trembling. I remember dealing with that in the middle of my living room floor. And it wasn't till later on that I realized how dangerous it was because I had opened up to my counselor and she says, "Oh my goodness, you didn't tell me that was really dangerous." So full circle, that's the reason why I really thought about this video. And I just really can't go in and say, hey, try to stop drinking for a day and see what happens. it can be dangerous because I don't know who's watching this video. I don't know how bad your alcohol problem is. I don't. Even this last time I said in my other videos, this is my 5th time trying to stop. And I'm over 2 years clean and sober now, but up during the time that I did stop on October 26th, what would be 2022? I do remember waking up feeling like I was trembling. My teeth were clenched together, and I didn't have a loss of appetite. My appetite actually increased, um, which is kind of normal because of how high the sugar content is in most alcohol. Um, you're trying to replace that, and I did that through food, and I probably still do, but yeah. So I just wanted to explain that because I wouldn't want anybody to see this video and just up and, okay, I'm going to try to quit. And, they have severe withdrawals because it can be dangerous. It can be really dangerous. And if you don't have a lot of money, if you don't have any insurance or anything like that, you can go to detox centers. Um, uh, Look up in your state, wherever you're at, you can look it up for detox centers that'll take you in, and they'll give you a good 3-dayer. I mean, symptoms for severe alcoholism could last up to 6 to 72 hours. They also have medicine that they can give you to help you subside on the discomfort that you get from not drinking. But I don't regret my choice. I don't. And I don't miss it anymore. Um, I found and replaced, instead of, going out playing pool and throwing darts and dancing on the dance floor, I just found other things to do. And they're mainly, during the day, if I'm not working, I'll go to a movie, go for a walk, or find something that's going on, especially around the holidays. There's a lot of stuff going on. If you got a car, you can, go on drives and look at the Christmas lights and stuff like that. And when I first got my DUI, I called my mom and I told her that I got my DUI. And I told my mom, I look back now, I told my mom, I just want to get my life back. And my mom says, well, if you think that you have a life now, you know, but I don't miss it. I don't miss going into drunkenness. I just don't. And to be honest, I'm going well over my 2nd year now, and it's the clearest that I've ever. My mind's very clear. It's very sharp. My performance working and dealing with stressful things and stuff like that. I just, honestly, when I have a really stressful day, I go to the store and I buy a slice of cake. I go home and I have my slice of cake and a hot cup of coffee. Oh my gosh. And maybe a good movie. Later on, I'll fall asleep and I'll wake up in the morning and I feel good. I feel good. And I'm always going to say this in every video. Just take one day at a time. If you mess up, it's okay. Just try again. Like I said, this is my fifth time, but I never stopped trying. I never stopped trying. It's better. Life is so much better sober. You don't procrastinate as much. I mean, everything's cleaner, everything's more organized, you have more energy. You can take care of yourself. Just everything altogether is so much better. And if you have family members, they become more happy and they become more loving, and your life really changes. In your area, try to find an AA meeting. I want to tell you, when I was first getting clean and sober, there was a meeting that saved me time and time again, and it was called a Hoot Owl meeting. And the Hoot Owl meeting would start at 11 o'clock p.m. at night. And I would go down to the AA place, and I would walk in, and they'd have candles lit, and you could smell, fresh coffee. And back then, you used to be able to smoke inside the building. So, everybody had their ashtray and their cigarettes, and and I would just sit there for like an hour and a half. And it was such a lifesaver. It was such a lifesaver. I mean, there was one time that I was going to go out and drink. I had dressed up, I had got ready to go. I was on my way to go, and I passed the place where I have my meetings at, and I noticed the lights were on, so I went in there. And for some reason, they can kind of sense, when you're in stress. I was just standing there, and I picked up the meeting paper. They had like schedules, and I saw it said Hoot Owl. I was like, a Hoot Owl? Hoot Owl meeting? And they said, yeah, they have them late at night. Sometimes we don't get out of here till 1:30 in the morning. And I was like, oh my gosh. It was just that meeting was amazing for me. It was just amazing. So, if you can get help, and the first step is just admitting that you have a problem. That's all. Just admit, I have a problem. If alcohol is making your life unmanageable, then it's a problem. If you're getting DUIs, if you're getting fired from jobs, if you're getting tickets, if you're in failed relationships because you're drinking too much, I'm just going to say it. If you're peeing the bed, you know, that's another side effect of alcohol, drinking alcohol. You know, if you're blacking out, if you're sleeping with people you really don't want to sleep with, and you wake up in the morning, you're like, ew, you know, those are all signs. Those are all signs of your life being unmanageable. And then sometimes you really have to really dig deep and find out why you're drinking. Why are you drinking? I had to dig deep in that and try to figure out why I was drinking. But I do have 2 years of alcohol treatment under my belt. I went in and out of the rooms of Alcoholics Anonymous for probably 12 years. So, I can dive deeper into what it is to stay clean and sober. If somebody comments or asks me a question, or I can base the video off of just a question that you ask. But being sober is a really great place to be in life, especially if you're older, you know. But I'm going to end this video. If you liked it, I'm still new at this, so You know, if I'm kind of all over the place, it's because I'm still new. I'll go back and watch my video to, you know, try to see what I can improve on. But, you know, I just really care about what I'm trying to do. And if I can just save one person, convince one person, I'm I'm I've done my job. I've done it. But life is better sober. It is. And I hope you're considering it. If there's, you know, something you want to know or find out, just, you know, put it in the comments, and I'll do the footwork for you. I'll help you find out things, you know. But yeah, but if you like this video, subscribe, press the like button, comment, you know, do all that YouTube stuff. I would really, really appreciate it. But until then, I'll talk to you later. That was a stutter. Oh man, I did all that video and did that, screwed it up. But anyway, I don't care. Subscribe, like, comment. So, ta-ta for now. Bye-bye.